creepy animations, and honestly, what's creepier than a sailor? Ooh.
I'm 30 years old, and this story took place when I was 13.
Hold up. Interesting choice for the voice of a 13-year-old girl, an old man. Why is that the voice? Also, do all 13-year-olds wear blazers and drink cappuccinos?
My mother was a single mom, and she had to work 2 jobs.
Okay.
She worked at a grocery store in the morning and a bar at night. So I was home alone a lot, but it was okay because I was used to it. I could cook myself some dinner and walk back and forth to school. I was a pretty responsible kid for my age. One night, I was watching TV while eating ice cream, and someone knocked at the front door.
I'm kind of scared. She's home by herself.
Wondering who it could be, as my friends never came out this late and my mom would always use her key to get in.
Don't open the door. Dude! You claim to be pretty responsible for your age, but you open the door for strangers?
And it was a man standing there with his hands in his pockets.
That's so scary.
Hello?
I said hello.
Hello, young lady. Are your parents home? Stupidly, I said no.
You said no? Oh, what a wise and level-headed young lady. I can see why her mom trusts her to be home alone all day and all night.
My mom isn't home right now. You have to come back tomorrow. He then said with a surprised smile on his face, "You're all alone, huh?"
So the creepy dude doesn't notice her
Low, manly voice.
either? What's going on here?
I said, yeah, I am. He replied with, "Okay, young lady, have a nice night. Don't get into any trouble."
Oh my god, so
He
creepy!
then walked away and I closed the door. He seemed friendly, but also weird at the same time.
Yeah, definitely weird. I wouldn't go with friendly either.
He was a little funny looking though. He was balding and had 70s styles glasses on, with a mustache and bags under his eyes like he never slept.
Exactly the image you want in your head when you're eating your ice cream alone at home.
About 10 minutes passed and there was another knock at the door. I got up to answer it.
No.
Before I opened the door, something told me to put the chain on.
What told you? How about all the creepiness you just described? You know what your gut should have told you to do instead though? Not open the door, maybe call the cops. Just a thought.
But my gut told me to do that. It was strange because we really didn't use the chain. But I'm glad I did because as soon as I opened the door, it was pushed open. But abruptly stopped by the chain.
Oh my god, thank God she
Before
did
I
that.
could even say or do anything, I looked through the crack of the door to see the same man again. And he said in a startled voice, "Oh, hey there. I just wanted to make sure you were okay."
I don't
As he
think he's trying to
stuttered
make sure you're okay. You're in danger, girl.
and tried to play off any suspicion by speaking quickly and making it seem like he didn't just obviously try coming into the house.
Call the cops.
I said, "I'm fine, thanks," and I shut the door. At that time, I didn't really understand the situation. Or the
Oh my God, that
danger
was a
of what
knife?
just happened.
Okay, now I'm getting scared, girl. Call the cops. They never call the cops in these stories. Because I guess that would just mean the stories would end.
I was a bit freaked out and wanted my mom to come home soon. An hour went by, and I was still thinking about what happened.
I don't think it's a smart idea for your mom to come home when there's a crazy man with a knife circling your property.
Started to watch a movie, trying to keep my mind occupied when I heard,
Hey, let me in quick.
Oh my
I gotta tell you something.
god, so scary!
this was the scariest situation I've ever been in my life. It was the man once again. He was talking through the letterbox. I shouted, "Leave me alone." The letterbox closed. Then the man started banging on the front door, screaming, "Let me in, you little shit." I just stood back crying, praying he doesn't get in. He eventually gave up and left.
Oh my god.
My
you should
mom
call the
came home
cops.
about 30 minutes later just to find me crying. And I told her everything that happened. We told the police,
Okay,
but
good,
they never
fine.
found this guy. I look back and I think how grateful I am that I had the feeling to put the chain on the door. I hate to think what that man would have done if he had managed to get in.
Oh my god, he's in there? How do you even fall asleep after all that? I don't think I would have been able to sleep all night. Like, she's just like, yep, I'm safe. He's gone forever. All good. Definitely just one-time thing. Total fluke. Never coming back. I'd be scared forever.
When I was around 14 years old, I always went on the internet, and I had this app called Discord.
Same, girl. Same.
While of having Discord, I met a boy named Luke.
Perfect segue to let you guys know I'm coming out with an Azzy Discord soon so we can all chat and hang out. Let me know in the comments if this is something you guys would be down for. Anyways, back to the story. Keep your eyes peeled.
Talking for a while, and one day he asked me what I looked like. Without thinking, I sent him a picture of me.
Bit of a catfish, but okay, girl, I'm here for it.
He told
That's
me
not you.
that I was beautiful and that he loved my long dark hair and how I did my eyeliner.
Wait, he complimented your eyeliner? Not gonna lie, I'm a little jealous. Boys that is a power move right there. Nothing will make a girl happier than telling her you like her eyeliner. You know how hard it is to make eyeliner? It took me like my whole life to perfect. And it's still not perfect.
Thinking nothing of it. Around a week later, he told me that he loved me.
Whoa, that escalated quickly. He went from complimenting you on your eyeliner to I love you. I'm telling you, a way to a girl's heart.
The same way about him. We had so much in common. Luke was very good looking too. He had a different style from normal people.
Okay, this video was made over a year ago, but Luke is all pandemic ready. Wait, did he cause the corona? It's the only explanation. He knew.
Wore a mask and always wore the color black. A while later, I realized it started becoming too much for me. He would always ask me personal questions like where I lived, and I told him I lived in California.
Girl, let me stop you right there. How you gonna tell us you love a guy you've never met, but at the same time, you're also too scared to tell him the city you live in? That doesn't sound like love to me.
He also lived in California and said he wanted to run away and meet me. He said that our relationship was going to get real. And he got so overprotective and would text me every few minutes. One day, I was home alone because my parents were on a trip to celebrate their 20th anniversary. I didn't mind until it became nighttime.
I think I can speak for everyone. I say, girl, you in danger.
It was so dark outside and it gave me the chills. I decided to close all the windows and make sure that the doors were locked. I sat in my living room and watched some TV. After around 20 minutes, I heard a knocking sound coming from the window behind me.
Don't answer, don't answer.
I realized I didn't pull the blinds over it and that some kids were really playing tricks on me.
No, it's him, I think it's him.
As I got closer, my heart kept beating faster and faster.
I think it's him.
I looked out the window and no one was there. So I just closed it with the blinds and sat back down. I got a message from Luke. He said, "Let's meet up now." I told him I was busy and that I couldn't, but he said that I wasn't and that he could see me.
Oh my god, terrifying. Young love.
So afraid and told him to stop scaring me because I was home alone, which I really shouldn't have told him.
No, you shouldn't have told that.
I asked him how he knew where I lived, and he told me that he looked on Snapchat and found my exact location so he could meet up.
Snapchat privacy settings sold her out big time. Guys, you gotta be careful about these things.
I was so afraid. I heard a knock on the door and a teen boy's voice tell me to open the door. It sounded so attractive and I knew that it had to be Luke. I stayed still and didn't know what to do. I was home alone and no one could defend me when I'm alone. I texted him and told him to leave me alone now. Luke knocked again and said he wasn't going to leave. I finally got up and opened the door. There he was,
oh my God,
standing there, ever so tall. He smiled and bit his lip and invited himself in.
Wait, he smiled and bit his lip? Must be a real thin face mask to see all of that.
But he didn't listen.
Well, I mean, if he didn't leave before you let him in, what makes you think he's gonna leave now? You should have not opened that door, girl. You know what I would do? I mean, other than call the cops before and not talk to him in the first place. I feel like once he's in here, like I'd like pretend I'm excited to see him and not scared, and then like excuse myself to the bathroom and then call the cops because he's not gonna let you do it in front of him. So you gotta act like you're cool with it at this point.
Then he went quiet and I tapped his back. He ripped his mask off to reveal all the scars he had around his lips. I froze in shock and told him to please leave now. I was so angry, I didn't even care. Then he smiled creepily and ran downstairs to the kitchen and I ran after him. He was holding a knife and then ran after me. I ran outside, hid in the bushes, and called 911 as fast as I could. The police arrived quickly. They found him. But what was even more creepy was that he smirked at me when they took him into their car. I called my parents shortly after and told them everything, and they came home. I never want to stay home alone again. It creeps me out.
I'm so scared.
I deleted Discord and blocked him before I did. Having an internet boyfriend will haunt me forever. And I will never forget the creepy smirk he gave me.
I hope we can all learn a very important lesson from this. Be safe on the internet. Always make sure your Snapchat locations are off.
My name is Chad, and this story took place when I was about 12. I was at home with my mom since my dad was going to be out all night. 3 of my best friends came to my house for a sleepover party.
I miss sleepovers.
We sat in my room playing PlayStation and watching TV.
Super wholesome.
Soon, we noticed it was getting pretty dark outside. Mom ordered pizza for dinner, so when the doorbell rang, we knew that the pizza had arrived. When my mom opened the door, my friends and I were just right next to her because we were pretty hungry at that time. So we waited for her to take her money out and pay for it. The pizza delivery guy seemed like he was in his mid-50s and looked pretty old. While my mother was taking her money out, he looked at us, and all of a sudden, a creepy grin appeared on his face, and his eyes were wide open.
What? He opened his eyes wide open? His eyes are tiny dots, but okay, we'll use our imaginations.
It was kind of weird, but we just laughed it off as we didn't think much of it. My mom handed him the money.
Did she pay with a handful of change? Oh, he definitely gonna be back for some revenge.
Gave us the pizza and then left. We took the pizza into my room and watched Netflix while we were eating it.
Netflix and chill with the
2
bros.
hours passed, and my mom came up to our room and said, "It's time for you guys to go to bed. If you need anything, just let me know." My friends brought sleeping bags from their home. So we all got ready to go to bed and lied down. I turned the lights off and went into my bed. We talked to each other for about 45 minutes until it was around 11:45, and we eventually got tired of it. We closed our eyes, not saying a word to one another.
Not saying a word to one another. Yeah, that's usually how falling asleep works. Honestly, this is an overly detailed play-by-play, and I hope it's relevant later.
Later that night, I heard rustling coming from the backyard. It sounded like someone was walking on a pile of leaves. However, the next thing I heard was a loud thump.
I'm so scared, guys. What's happening?
It sounded a lot closer, and like it was hitting my wall. At that time, we already all got up from our spot and heard it. We were so scared to look outside through the window and check what was going on. Then, we saw a hand in the window.
Wait, aren't they on the second floor? How does he get up here?
We all screamed with fear, and the guy still tried to crawl in. But one of my friends thought much faster. He locked the window, and we all ran out of my room.
Oh my god. They are on the second floor. They just took the stairs down. How did the guy get up there?
Security alarms started going off like crazy. My mom, who was sleeping in her bedroom, came out, turned it off, and asked what was going on. We explained what just happened and looked at the cameras, which were set up outside of our house. There was a guy quietly trying to come down a ladder.
Makes sense.
I realized the thump on the wall we heard was a ladder. Mom quickly got out her phone and called the police. We locked all of the doors and came back to the monitors to look at the cameras, and we saw the man opened our backyard shed and hid in there. In just a few minutes, the police were already arrived. 3 officers went outside searching for the man, while we gave information to the other officer. We told him that we saw the man going into the shed out in our backyard. One of the police was holding a gun, and the other 2 were approaching closer to the shed. In the blink of an eye, they had entered the shed, found him in the shed hiding, put him in handcuffs to arrest him.
This is so scary.
They brought him out front and put him in the back of a police car. That time, lots of people heard the noise, came outside to see what was going on, and surprisingly, the cops found some things like a knife, hammer, and other from his pocket.
And other from his pocket? You mean a screwdriver? Was this story Google translated from another language or something? I'm getting that vibe.
As he was in the back seat of the car, he looked at us
with
and
his
gave
tiny
us a
pea
creepy
eyes.
grin with wide eyes.
No, he's tiny pea eyes.
At first, I couldn't see his face clearly, but when I concentrated on focusing it more visibly, I was shocked.
You have pea eyes too?
It was the pizza delivery guy.
Yeah, least surprising reveal of all time. Great detective work, my dude.
After that, the police handled the situation, so we could go back to sleep again that night. I don't know what this guy would have done to us if he had successfully got inside.
Hey, don't make assumptions. He did bring a screwdriver. Maybe he wanted to help out around the house. Fix a few things here and there. Who am I kidding? That guy was evil and creepy. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I love you all so much. Stay awesome, stay sweet, and don't forget to be nice to each other. Bye-bye!